Regardless, hello.
Let's begin, shall we?
Of course, when I go to start, I take a drink of water and it goes down the wrong pipes. So, give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Hi, hello, welcome in. How's everyone doing today? We are going to get into writing in a minute, but we are going to start off, as we always do, with our word puzzles. We got 10 minutes. Let's try to figure it out. We got Someone from Mars Attacks. It has been so long since I've seen that movie, but it is a 3-name person. Then we got Ed Wood. Trying to think of who else was in that. I know Christina, or not, Johnny Depp was in it. And I believe Reese Witherspoon, Vincent D'Onofrio. Not sure who else. The Hangover Part 2. This could be a lot of different people. I think it might be Bradley Cooper. I think it is. 12 Years a Slave. My first guess is going to be Chiwetel Ejiofor. I think that's close? Question mark? We'll find out. Another Mars Attacks. I have not seen this movie in, like, over 20 years. It came out 30 years ago. I have not seen it in a long, long time. Alright, the next one is Jojo Rabbit. So I know that one is Scarlett Johansson, Sam Rockwell's in it. Oh, what's her name? The actress who played Fat Amy in the Pitch Perfect movies. Can't think of her name. Oscar winner in 2024 because it has the 2 letters at the end. Pretty sure it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. And then True Romance. Rebel Wilson. Thank you, Rad. I think that's who it is. Oh, no. We're off by 1 letter. Thought that's who it was. We got a couple letters in the first name to go off of. Let's see if we have any more luck in the last name. So we have Almost Famous. It's not Kate Hudson. I wonder if it's Billy Crudup. Oscar winner in 2011. Is this going to be Melissa Leo? Just because of the 3 letters in the last name. Top Gun Maverick. Oh no, it's not Tom Cruise, it's going to be John Hamm. Tombstone. Someone with 3 names who is in Tombstone. Because that one was Val Kilmer. Actually, I don't know. I always mix up Tombstone and like Young Guns and some of those other like neo-westerns of the early 90s. So I'm not sure. Capote. Actually... Huh! I was like, I think Catherine Keener's in that. Wait, that might actually fit. Star Trek Into Darkness. I'm gonna guess John Cho. And then Warrior would be Tom Hardy, Nick Nolte, Joel Edgerton. That's who it is. Feel like I should be able to figure this last name out, since we have most of it. Yeah, I am not sure. So that should be a D, not a P. Alright, so we're missing 2 people from Mars Attacks. 1 person from Ed Wood. Get out of here. And then Jojo Rabbit. Oh, I wonder if it's actually Taika Waititi. I don't know, nothing is coming to mind for this. Oh, that's the Tombstone one that I'm not sure about. Naughty Dog, hi, hello, welcome in. We are trying to figure out our movie puzzle. We got some of the clues, but like, I don't know what name this is trying to make, so I'm kind of stuck. We got just over a minute and a half left. Juliette Binoche. Yeah, I think that will work. Oh. Julie. Okay. Okay, so it's Sarah Jessica Parker. Very good pool, Naughty Dog. Sarah Jessica Parker for Mars Attacks. Bill Murray for Ed Wood. I don't remember him being in that. I believe it, but... And then Annette Bening was the other one for Mars Attacks. We did get Chiwetel Ejiofor right, I just butchered his name. Apologies. And we actually got everything right in the last name except Thomas Hayden Church for Tombstone. So, we got there. He was a gay club owner guy in Ed Wood. Oh, yeah. I do not remember that. I'll have to take your word for it. I saw that movie once. Alright, on to our second movie puzzle, and then we will get into our writing. So what clue do we want first? Basically, we start with 100 points. Every clue we unlock, it deducts from our total, and we want to try to get as high of score as possible. And the title doesn't give you the title, it gives you, like, Juliette Binoche was in Chocolat. Come on now. I haven't seen Chocolat. I know she's been in quite a bit of stuff. She's French actress, if I recall correctly. Extremely French. We won't hold that against her. Yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I have not seen. She was in Ghost in the Shell. I saw that. Could not tell you anything about it. Clouds of Sils Maria. Excellent movie. She's very good in it. If you like understated, subtle horror, it's got some good, unsettling stuff in it. Cosmopolis I have heard of, but I have not seen. Oh, she was in Cache. That's probably the one. Slow burn horror might. So, wait, is it? No, am I confusing this with the other one? So the director did Olivier Assayas. Okay, so this isn't the horror one. That's the Personal Shopper. This is the one that's more of like a slow burn. Yeah, I guess it's more of a mystery thriller, but it's got some good subtle horror elements. Ever see Lake Mungo? Excellent horror film. I have not. (2008). Joel Anderson. Yeah, I've not seen this. Interesting. Alright, anyway, movie puzzle. What do we want to unlock? Do we want to start with a quote like we usually do? Quote as always. Narration. There's a point at 7,000 RPM where everything else fades. The machine becomes weightless, disappears, and all that's left is a body moving through space and time, 7,000 RPM. That's where you meet it. You feel it coming. It creeps up in you, close in your ear, as close as a question. Duncan! Hi, hello, how's it going? Ford v Ferrari, says Naughty Dog. GG's. I've actually not seen that movie either. I know it's like a dad movie about racing. Another James Mangold. I think that's the second James Mangold we've had of like the 5 that we've played of this so far. Christian Bale is awesome in it. I believe it. Christian Bale is awesome in most stuff he's in. It's good, I guess, eating cold McDonald's on the floor of an empty room. Aww. Well, so it's an empty room because if I remember right, you are moving, correct? And if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to talk about it. Just say, tell us. And we'll move on to something else. All right. Now we are on to our writing. So we are picking up with our version of Captain Marvel, The Enemy Within. So previously we met Ripley as she was being kind of recruited by Yon-Rogg to help the Supreme Intelligence in their plan against Captain Marvel. And then we are shifting back to Carol as she is arriving in New Asgard. Ye just moved in. Here on my own for a week. Don't have a couch till tomorrow or bed. Oh, yeah, I remember when I first moved out here. I basically like brought all my stuff with me, but I didn't have any furniture. So like, yeah, I was just trying to makeshift whatever I could to just make it through until I was able to get some furniture in here. So I remember the feeling. All right, so we want to pick up with Carol in New Asgard. I feel like let's just go waterfront. Because the 2 times we've seen New Asgard in the MCU was in Endgame and Thor Love and Thunder, unfortunately. Well, before I got married, I lived in a 3-bedroom house with only a bed, couch, TV. Basically, my now wife was appalled by starting existence. Mariners! Hi, hello, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good weekend. What am I missing? Oh, you heard, I'm guessing, from all the moving and stuff, I hope? Because that goes away. Super easy when I moved in her. Moving on. Yeah, from the move, I will be all good. Yeah. It's gonna suck for a little bit, and then hopefully it's good for a long time. Walk it off. Walk it off. Rub dirt in it. You'll be fine. Writing is going okay. We just started up, so trying to just get going. All right, so we have Ripley scene, then we have the transition of the Hoopty touching down in New Asgard, and then we have Valkyrie walking along the ocean front, conversing with representatives. Never get why people want so much stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. Noticing Carol waiting, Valkyrie dismisses. Alright, Valkyrie walks along the ocean front conversing with representatives, MOS. Noticing Carol and civilian killers waiting, Valkyrie dismisses the representatives. Nearing Carol, Valkyrie hugs her. Books are nice, or notebooks. Yeah. It's very boring. It's like buying a hardback or signed book. Book Reader 2026. Hi, hello. Welcome in. How are you doing? First time here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good weekend. Hardbacks are pretty stupid, not gonna lie. If you're worried about books getting damaged, then either read an ebook or find a new hobby. Oh, Mariners with the hot takes. Trying to write my manuscript, but I have no motivation today. Yeah, it's always tough to find the motivation. For me, what I've always tried to do is like not care about motivation, just have a set schedule for when I write, and that's when I write. Whether I'm motivated or not, I just put my head down and do the work. And when I'm feeling less than motivated, it's probably not the best that comes out, but at least it's something, and at least we're making progress. Another stream, another banger shirt. Yeah, we're going through the Captain Marvel shirts. That's what drafts are for. Exactly. Alright, what is this going to look like? Wise man told me something something vomit draft, the exact quote. um so we'll say Carol follows Valkyrie and facility room. What would that be called? Does anybody know the term for like where they would help people heal in like, well, probably more in like Viking ages, because that's where Norse mythology would tie into. Yeah, we're using writer duet. Infirmary. Um, kind of, but I want it to sound more old world. In INF. R. Oh, as per Google, Vikings referred to healers. Right, Mariners. I get that. I'm more curious, like, where they would practice their medicine. Because I'm imagining more of, like, not a modern doctor's office, but more of, like, an ancient, like, sick house. Healing house or sick house. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Carol follows Valkyrie into the unorthodox office. It looks more like an ancient healing house. There we go. I'm guessing Viking supposed to be capitalized. There we go. It looks more like an ancient Viking healing house. Okay, that's all I... That's what I needed. Butchered that. Q. There we go. Statuesque. Kind of want to read some superhero screenplays now to see how they handle the character or alter ego naming convention. Yeah. Hoping I have novel first draft done. Wow, that's very quick. Very sick of it not being done. What is Superman's real first name? I mean, technically, Cal. You deserve it for that one. Just for that one?
Hey, Peter Parker.
Sorry, got jump scared from that one. Major with the 4-year wow. That is crazy. Major, you are the best. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a great day. Thought you were going to say Clark Kent, which would have been a setup to a joke. Watching Castle with the husband and prepping dinner. Aw, I appreciate it, Major. I hope you are cooking something delicious, as always. Just reheated a bunch of leftovers, but still delicious. Valkyrie nods. Exits. Naughty Dog redeemed a major wellness check. I assume Major's doing great watching Castle and making dinner. Doing okay, hoping to get some news on the job front this week. I hope so too. I hope the one you had the interview for last week gets back to you soon. Yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed for you, Major. Sending you all the best vibes. Ailes is in... is A-I-L-E-S, right? A-I-L-S. Yeah, I knew it wasn't A-L-E because that would be drink. AI. No AI. No AI in here, Mariners. We do not allow it. Okay. Sorry. I wanted to finish that thought. Apparently, Chat GPT offers health checkups for your computer. Imagine giving AI permission to root around in your machine. Stay up. Ugh. And can use your streams if the set. Ugh. The world is ending, Fiddy! Data centers are gonna suck the moisture from your bones. Yep. Sierra. It's a long slug, you can get away with just... Yeah. Well, this is also zoomed in, so it should only be one line when we look at it. Not zoomed in. Maybe not. But, yeah. That's fine. Carol sits across from Sierra. How do you spell incense? Incense. Is it just incense? Okay. I thought there was an S in there. Now, a quick look through script of Spider-Man 1 shows you referred to as Peter 373 times, Spider-Man 170 times. Yeah. Yeah, So I think Spider-Man is slightly different and like Superman is slightly different because like their secret identities are important parts of who they are, and Batman, characters like that. Whereas for like Captain Marvel, like she doesn't really have a secret identity. So a lot of my understanding is they'll always refer to her as Carol, but like if she's in civilian clothes, they'll say that, or they'll say like Carol as Captain Marvel, blah blah blah. So I think they would always introduce him as Peter Parker and in the text call him Peter Parker, but they might go like Peter Parker as Spider-Man does blah blah blah. Or if they want to create a mystery, they would basically have it be two separate characters. Thank you for being a familiar voice. Gonna try snooze. Oh yeah, no worries, Duncan. I hope the rest of the move goes uneventfully and you get all your stuff and you're not hurting anymore. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you later. Yes, for my current screenplay, I have a character that is hiding their identity. I introduce them as their fake identity and have a character say a couple times, only use their first name in dialogue, then introduce the reveal later. Add to dictionary. First pages are weird, but the first dialogue is Spider-Man, voiceover, Peter Parker has a character description on another page. So I'm actually curious. So we have the Avengers Endgame. The only time someone has a hidden identity would be Ronan. Okay, and they specifically introduce it as Ronan, not as Clint. Yeah, and then he reveals his mask, revealing Clint Barton. Mookie! Hi, hello. Not getting anything done in the newspaper office because reporters not turning in. Oh, come on, reporters. So I thought I would visit a stream where things are getting. We are trying to get things done, not get too distracted, but we got a couple of scenes in. News story: Captain Marvel 3. Yeah. That I did see with D23 this weekend. There was one post I saw of someone saying that Captain Marvel 3 is in development with Rogue as part of it to tie it into the mutant saga coming up. I was like, I would not be upset to see, Brie Larson as Captain Marvel and Indy Neveretti as Rogue in the same movie. I'm just saying. But I don't know how true that was, so we're going to keep writing our Captain Marvel because I like our story. Write a story about feet. Oh, jeez. Yeah, because there's not enough of those. I'm only glad Indy Neveretti is getting work. Glad she's getting some of that Disney. Yeah, she's going to be getting that Disney money. You would not be upset. Also true. So how do I want to describe this? What are we describing? So because Sierra is an Asgardian doctor, the way she's not going to use like machines to see what's wrong with Carol. She's going to use something closer to magic. So I'm trying to think of like how we could show what that would look like. Because I almost imagine it is almost like an astral projection of like Sierra and Carol like step outside of Carol's body and like can see into her brain and they see what's wrong with it. Leviosa. Kind of magic. Leviosa. Interior. Projection. Maybe a mini slug flashing images, described images as a brain, a character's or witness it. Projection of Carol's brain or Carol's brain. Yeah. Or a mini slug inside Carol's head. Do you use many secondary screen headers in the script? I don't believe so. No, but we also, like, that is something I'm gonna have to think about when we get closer to the, like, climax, because I have a feeling we're gonna be jumping between, like, 3 or 4 different things happening at the same time and trying to just keep all that clear and keep it as clean as possible. So we might later. So how do I want to say this? I guess just... bioluminescent web of wet electrical spark firing along the walls of deep fleshy canyon. Yeah, I probably need to describe what this looks like, but yeah, something like that. That's how I would write traveling through a brain. Or you can do what I do when I stuck with writing, save, close, and never want to write it. I'm I'm going to use some of that Naughty Dog. Interconnected. Synapses. And I won't even ask for credit. That's good. Because if you look down below, there's a thing that says disclaimer. When the spec scales for upper six figures, we'll know. Finding Sierra, Carol follows her gaze. I will buy you a burrito if we sell this for upper six figures. You're at 0, I'm at 80. Let's just meet in the middle and call it 75. Alright, I said projected in there, so we can remove that. Interior Carol's brain. Is this like the scene from Harry Potter when Snape makes him see his thoughts? I found the issue. It's in the tissue. Boo! So what is it? The chat is unstable. And then Thor comes out for a dance number. still more funny than Joe Rogan's comedy. Look up Bill Burr's Philadelphia incident. Oh my god. Video hilarious basically insults the entire crowd for like 15 minutes straight. Just say. Yes, wouldn't. Oh, we're at the halfway point. I don't know if we're gonna get to a dinosaur today. Yes, it is words on stream time. So let's flip over to that. And I'm going to take a short break. Y'all know how to play. I'll be back shortly. Be good, have fun. 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you, Major. Y'all got perfect on the second game, so you get a third one. This one probably has a fake letter in it. And it's something in error. Steve! Hi, hello. Welcome in. So the L is fake? So how is error not... Oh, there's only 2 R's, not 3. There's one left. Ooh, Steve pulling it out with the last second. Y'all got another perfect, so I guess we got to keep going. Them's the rules. And we have a mystery letter and a fake letter. Okay, so the E is fake. So the missing letter is not an S. Or an A. Ooh, that double on the one fake, one real. Yeah, that one got tough. I win. What do I? Why do I don't. I don't win. Naughty Dog with the gold, Mariners with the silver, Rad with the bronze. GG team. Yes, I guess fart. Feel super rusty. Yeah. Me, Steven Stuff, and Mookie all participated. So GG's team. Yeah, we get participation trophies. So let's get back into writing. Fitty! We will have a dinosaur even this stream isn't it? Because the dinosaur... No, oh, that's right. We have the other scene before the dinosaur. Yeah, we're not getting a dinosaur tonight. Sorry. We will get a dinosaur hopefully next week. Wordle and 2. Boom. Nice. The first step in finding answers, meaning you don't. We will have no more shenanigans in this chat. 50, would you rather have a thumb for a nose or a nose for a thumb? Neither. I feel like this conversation is going on a little too long. Pencil me in for a nosy. Let's delete that. Alright, so we deleted a little bit of extra stuff. So then we will be interior private room, same. CH, if we spell clenches correctly. Um, Totally random but crazy how Kindle Unlimited is roughly the same price as one paperback. Yeah. Did you see the Audible thing they were doing on Twitch? No, I don't believe I did. Some writing and reading streams. It was a Twitch drop to get a free month or something of all. Oh. Books are just movies made out of trees. Boring. Is that an Ebert quote, Naughty Dog? At least a bad movie is only 2 hours. Yeah. Bad book is like 8 to 10 hours reading at least. Okay, yeah, I've definitely heard that one before. I thought it was him. Okay, I feel like we've got that. So, I have a total of 2 movies on my letterbox. Well done, Mariners. Everyone starts somewhere. Almost here. Almost. You're getting close. I used to have a pretty close number. I'm over 3,000 movies, so you're getting close, Mariners. So this, I feel like we might have this stuff come up in conversation with Valkyrie later of Carol relaying to Valkyrie like what triggers this. Oh, this needs an E on it. These Marvel movies should give me a Yeah, I've seen all of them, so it'll help you get closer. How quickly ever a movie do you log it generally? Kind of depends. Like if I know immediately, like I'll log in and rate it. Sometimes I have to think about it for a little while. Hate that Yui Bowl's letterbox got deleted. It was on I believe it. So we'll just move that stuff down there. Yui Bowl is a director of notoriously bad movies. Yeah. I'm not sure you put enough quotes. No, we don't need to get off top. Just saw one review and he started with, "What a bunch of shit." Did anyone hear about the Ricky Gervais new Netflix show? No. It's an animated show about cat. Instead of Born on Earth, how about just Terran? So I feel like Terran is more of a term that non-people from Earth would use, whereas, yeah, it's an Earthling saying it. Jessica's an Earthling. We'll get into more of her backstory probably later, but yeah, she's a human who joined Hydra, got experimented on, got superpowers, defected, but yeah, she's human. Don't worry, I've got this. Why don't you just say... Yeah, it's somewhat common in the MCU movies, at least, that they call people from Earth Terrans. She became the most powerful. Humans are called Terrans in StarCraft. The earliest I heard any reference was Warhammer 40k, called Earth Holy Terra. Now, gimme me eye patch. One that says bad motherfucker on it. Yep. Yeah, I feel like that's probably fine. Writing teenagers' dialogue is certainly a task. I'm going with how independent their characters are. Nice. All right. Meep. Yeah. All right, so this is where she needs to kind of summarize what she found out in the previous sequence. So how does she want to say this? Naughty Dog cheat. Instead of using action that says she nod, use the parent. Yeah. Okay, I think that's more clear. Carol, Chris. What the? Okay. We'll get rid of that, and we can just do nods. All right. Carol sits on a piece of driftwood, peering into a bonfire, contemplative. Valkyrie nears. Valkyrie, that bad. Carol nods. There's a lesion on my brain that might be killing me, but it also controls my powers. If they remove it, I could lose my powers, or die. If I leave it, anytime I use my powers, it'll feel like a chainsaw ripping through my head. Valkyrie. Oh. Valkyrie sits next to Carol. Nothing says humankind was a mistake like Fiddy's dreams had. Oof. Should use this for AI data center. uh. All quiet. uh. Boo. Maybe the servers resolve. Sorry. Ooh, how about something like 30 years is quite the run for a warrior like yourself. Maybe. Well, I feel like they both know she's talking about, like, because they were both around for Endgame, so they know, like, other heroes have died, and, like, yeah, their line of work, so to speak, people don't always survive. Which is, it's kind of weird for Valkyrie because she is, like thousands of years old, and she was Valkyrie for a while and then left and all that. And Thor, obviously, similar, but most of the humans. We could have her kind of joking and being like, not many humans make it that long. Yeah, I feel like Valkyrie would be sardonic. You like the joke? Ah, mess that one up good. I got these powers and Star Force. Working with Fury, I've just gone catastrophe to another. so we touched on that. Dinosaur's close! It's probably gonna be... I'm probably gonna cliffhang it for you. Or leave you on a cliffhanger for the dinosaur. Sorry. Sorry, Mariners. What would that be? Like a crash sound? Thud? Dinosaurs crashing. Makes a change from it being a rock. Through what? Someone sent the dinosaur to New Asgard. So it's just the dinosaur's step. Oh, I'm missing an apostrophe there. Heavy thuds of giant feet plodding. I feel like that gives too much away. We'll say a distant boom and we might change it later. Okay, so we got through strings above the puppets as they aren't real. Okay. Alright, yeah. We are at closing time. So GG's chat. And there's going to be a dinosaur next time. keep in mind it's what the reader audience sees and hear. You can give away too much unless you need to. Yeah. Yeah, I just need like a large distant sound to catch their attention and kind of lead us into the next scene. So, yeah. Dinosaurs next week! A dinosaur that's going to get punched in the face. It'll be fine, though. Alright, let us see who else is streaming. We can raid over to someone. If anyone has suggestions, let me know. Looks like Liv is streaming. We could go over there. Yes, the WWF will be unhappy about the fictitious dinosaur getting punched in the face. Alright. There's the raid messages. Copita, jeez. I don't know. Thank you all for stopping by, hanging out, lurking, chatting, new people, Major with the 48-month Brie sub. That is wild. Yeah, thank you everyone. I will be back on Tuesday. We will be picking up with Fire in the Night, our witchy story, where we're rewriting some stuff. So we'll be picking up on that with that on Tuesday, and then yeah, we'll be back Thursday doing more, and then things. Yeah. Hope everyone has a great start to their week, and I will see y'all on the next one.
Thanks for checking out my channel. Do whatever you want. Live your life. I hope you're happy in your body. Much love to you, and see you around.